Open Government Committee and Committee of the Whole. Can we have a roll call, please?
Arenas? Cohen?
Here.
Davis?
Here.
Morales?
Here.
Jones?
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start out by reviewing the agenda for August 30th. And like always, we are going to start out on pages 4 and 5.
I want to note we went back to the 9:30 start time for closed session. Is that adequate?
That is correct.
Yes, we are trying to keep the agenda short on it, although it's expanding a little bit, but we will work with that.
Okay. Always remember, Nora, load balance. All right, pages 6 and 7. Pages 8 and 9. Pages 10 and 11. Pages 12 and 13. Pages 14 and 15. Pages or page 16. And there's an ad sheet for the maker of the motion, but we're going to go to public comments first. So, Tony?
I have no hands up.
All right. So I'll entertain a motion.
Move approval with the ad sheet.
Second.
All right. It's been moved and seconded. Tony?
Cohen?
Aye.
Davis?
Yes.
Morales?
Yes.
Jones?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to the consent calendar, since there's no meeting on September 6th. So, Tony, do we have any members of the public who'd like to speak?
Yes. First up, Blair Beekman.
Hi, Blair Beekman here. Boy, in a plea, I was sitting here at the meeting and I was getting ready to make my speeches for the previous item and my hand didn't go up. Is there any way I could speak on those items at this time?
Sorry, Blair, we're not going to.
Okay, I just blew my chance. Boy, it hurts when that happens. So to go on to the consent calendar items, boy, there's a lot of noise right now. To speak on the consent calendar, public record, thank you for the letters of Martha O'Connell to, I think, describe to people what they have to go through with the PRA process, and then hopefully it can be simpler for people. She gave an example, hopefully we can all learn by, and how it can be just an easier process for ourselves. A nice letter, thank you, person asking that a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit can be an interesting, good idea. And a thank you and a good luck that the end of cruising ban will be happening, I guess. It's what the memorandum from Morales seems to suggest. Congratulations to the efforts on that, and good luck on how we work on these sort of issues as a full community effort in our future. And yeah, the items of the previous agenda item, I spoke about it at council meeting yesterday, and I'll offer a bit at open forum time. Thank you.
Call-in user 1.
Yes, Martha O'Connell speaking to my letter in public record. Blair, it's not the process, it's the perversion of the process that's the problem. On June 14th, the issue of the mobile home designation for all the remaining parks was on council agenda. During the discussion, the Deputy Director of Planning, Building, and Code Enforcement made the following statement. In other words, if you have higher density development around mobile home parks, you could potentially build townhomes Townhomes are the big money maker for the developers. He went on to cite the feasibility study. Distressed by this obvious threat to mobile home parks, I submitted a PRA. I specifically requested the feasibility study for opportunity housing. Despite my clear language, all I got was silence and then delay after delay after delay. I was sent documents that did not appear to be what I had asked for, more delays. Almost 2 months to the day from my PRA, the city, through its unelected staff, finally provided the report I had so clearly identified. And where was that report? Sitting in the very department of which the deputy director had talked about townhouses replacing mobile home parks. The Department of Planning, Building, and Code Enforcement and Housing should stop treating mobile home residents like mushrooms. Give us documents in a timely manner so that we can network and organize for resident-owned parks and contact our council person. Once you have identified the parks at most risk, please advise me. Finally, I submitted a PRA for the phone number of the public records manager. I sent him several emails. He refused to give me his phone number. Only when I put in a PRA was I provided with it. I have called him 3 times, and he is not returning.
Jill Borders?
Hi, thank you. This is Jill Borders, and I am making a appearance here at this city meeting despite really not wanting to. I've not come to any meetings intentionally because I've been so distressed, but I will be here today. I am here today because I want to support Martha O'Connell and the public record letter that she has sent in. In her letter, she says the expression has the line, distressed by this obvious threat. Now, this is about the public records request issue. I understand that, but I want to let you know that I also have public records request in as well. It's about me wanting something else that's related to mobile home parks, and I have not yet received that. It has become something of a game, I suppose, to some people to try to avoid us. But we will not be avoided. And let me tell you something. If you have never thought, what is it you are willing to fight and die for? Let me tell you, for me, it's shelter. I'm not going to be unsheltered again. I'm not. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep me and the mobile home community safe. And if that means pounding down the door of Department of Planning to continually get what we need, to do what we have to do, since we were betrayed by our local government who did not budget the necessary money to do what they said they would do 2 years ago, I'm going to do it. I will be here at every meeting supporting Martha and other mobile home residents because it is critical to life at this point. I don't know what else we have to do to say that people are suffering, people are distressed, we are sick to our stomachs, we are just targets, and we need to be preserved and protected in a way that is real. This is nonsense. We need these records and we need them to network and support each other. Thank you.
Lena Howcroft?
Yes, there was a lawful request for information made by a mobile home advocate to open government manager. The response time was more than poor, and the response is still incomplete. I see 2 possible reasons here. 1, the Department of Open Government is staffed with incompetent people, or there is an agenda playing out. When the Deputy Director of Planning, Building, and Code Enforcement says, quote, in other words, if you have higher density development around mobile home parks, you could potentially build townhomes. Townhomes are the big money maker for developers, unquote. There is money at stake here and a lot of it. I believe the planning department is currently underway to orchestrate and support a move to convert mobile home parks into townhomes quietly and insidiously. I don't see any evidence of staff incompetence, but what I do see is intent to withhold critical information from mobile home residents so they cannot rally and fight for their homes. The open government manager gives out his phone number in an email only after a PRA is made for it, and then, despite repeated calls, he fails to pick up the phone or return a call. It's pretty obvious what's happening here, don't you think?
Back to the committee.
Thank you, Councilmember Peralez.
Yeah, thank you. As is in the consent here, I wanted to invite my colleagues here and the community to celebrate the end or the repeal of the cruising ban next Wednesday at 4 p.m. right here at in front of City Hall. I'll make that announcement next Tuesday as well. But hopefully everybody can join. It'll be the first kind of pseudo car show that City Hall has had. We'll have over 120 lowriders parked out on the rotunda. We're going to be closing down Santa Clara Street. And we'll have a nice celebration here with live music, food trucks, and it's open to the community. So I invite my colleagues to participate. Thanks. And I'll make a motion to approve the consent.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second.
And Councilmember Peralez, the invitation for my coming is contingent on whether you have a 1971 Impala that I could ride in.
Sorry, no 71. I was more of a 60s fan.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Tony?
Arenas,
Yes.
Cohen.
Aye.
Davis,
Yes.
Peralez,
Yes.
Jones.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, on to open forum.
Claire Beekman.
Hi, I guess thank you. Thank you for the meeting today. First off, yeah, I hope that from last night's special council meeting that we can continue to have a study session community process around issues of voter eligibility for people in San Jose. Good luck in those efforts. I really hope you can include in the study session process conversations about the English only laws of the 1980s and how that is going to affect this sort of process. I think it's an important factor to have to consider. Good luck in those efforts. Thank you very much for all the words of the consent calendar public comment time today. I'm very impressed with what was said. To learn how to do these practices together as community and government is just vitally important. Good luck in the efforts to work on these sort of issues together. And that's how we create our better community and our innovative future, by the way, and sustainability. So good luck in those efforts. I wanted to speak quickly. Good luck in the equity roundtable issues. People can be hired onto the commissions now from the unhoused and mobility if we want to. I hope we can be aware of that as the commission process. Good luck how to do that and work that as we wait for the equity roundtable to form. And the meetings on the IPA review, yearly review, and police reporting reviews, that's going to be held off until September 13th at council meeting or so. It's not next week, so everybody can know. And with my final seconds, just a reminder about data collection issues. Good luck how civil protections and everyday public can be more invited to the process again. Let's do it together at this time. Thanks.
Gail Osmer.
Hi, is this meeting over with already?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so hi everybody. Here I am talking about the debacle and the tragedy that's coming up on September 1st. The 60 people in RVs over there at Columbus, they have no place to go. I'm very disappointed in what's happening over there. Nobody's doing anything at this point. A lot of things have been falling through the cracks. Now they want to close Ashbury, where folks are. Oh, I'm surprised. Where are they going to go? Councilmember Davis, something's got to change. I don't know what's happening. It's September 1st is going to be horrible. It's going to be worse than when Licardo closed down the jungle. It's going to be horrible. And of course, nobody from the city or whatever is going to be out there. People are scared. They have no place to go. We have people living in RVs. They can't get moved. Nobody's helping them. They're going to go on everybody's streets. Then they're going to close another street, Ashbury. Where are those folks going? Please, I mean, I know it's too late. They had this service fair, which was kind of a joke. Most people living at Columbus didn't go because they didn't know about it. And the whole thing is a mess. And I'm sorry, it's very tragic what's happening with human beings living out in an encampment and where they're going to go. They're going to go to the streets, and then there's going to be all you know what, because nobody at this point has ideas. There's no housing. You know, where are people going? So that's it.
Back to the committee.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.